I tell you, we have had already few champagnes, so it's going to be very short. I will try not to bore people and Regina as well.
And I don't want to bore you.
Let me say thank you so much to you all for daring to come to this party. 50 years. Anyway. I want to tell you, I have been really looking forward to this group, to this gathering, but mainly for Regina, and I tell you why. Regina, in 50 years, she has made me a better person. I owe her that. She has made me a better man, and I thought that she should enjoy this. The other thing is, of course, she has been very easy to live with. She adorable. Let me tell you, my sweetie. Just not too long ago, she said to me, Becquer, when one of us dies, I will go to live in Italy.
Take me with you, Grandma.
But she's also adorable. She said, or you take me to Paris for my birthday, or I divorce you. And I said, well, let me throw the numbers. And then I thought, okay, I take you to Paris. No, it's very easy to live with her, you know. Anyway, I have to tell you, we met in Chicago. I came from Colombia, Ecuador as well, everywhere. And then I met her one day at the West Suburban Hospital in Chicago doing the internship. And then I invited with my friends, we were eating pizza and drinking to this intern who was in surgical rotation. And there she comes in her surgical gown. Believe me, in her surgical gown, I thought, gee, she looks sexy to me. And then we didn't talk much. My English was really, really lacking. But she talked to me in Italian, and I did talk to her in Spanish. It's true. So we started to kind of communicate, and then I had a record of Zorba the Greek, Theodorakis. I don't know you remember that. Yeah. Theodorakis. Mikis Theodorakis. And we started to dance Sirtaki together, and thinking of Zorba the Greek. And then dancing Sirtaki. And then it was time to separate. She went to her room. I stayed in my room drinking. And then when everybody left, I said to myself, gee, that woman is going to be the mother of my children. And certainly, I was in a mood at this moment. I decided to hear Bruckner 7th Symphony.
Yeah, that's cool.
So sad and anyway, so we kept being friends, and then one day, of course, she sent me a letter saying, oh, by the way, throughout these days in Chicago, I knew that she had another friend. My analytic career was amazing in that moment. I was giving analytic interpretations, deep analytic interpretations, very, very objective, telling her that guy was not good for her. So we went when she went to Switzerland, and I visited her there. And then there she is. She came to Topeka, Kansas.
Yeah, and then next was that I went back to Switzerland from here, and we kept in touch with in those days mostly with writing and so forth.
Grandma.
And then, yeah, see, he's not letting me.
Put it closer.
And so I went back to Switzerland to finish my medical studies, so I would get my license in medicine. And during that time, we would write to each other. And at some point, Becquer decided he was going to come to Zurich and visit me. And so he arrives in the airport, and he gets out of there, and he is so freaking good looking that I couldn't even stand it. I turned around and I went up stair. Well, I don't know, and then kind of had to think twice and came back. And so he came with me to Bassersdorf, where my family is from, and I am from. And he met my father, and something very interesting occurred, and you can tell the story.
Of course, her father was very worried that I was going to take away his beauty,
Mom, Dad, speak a little louder.
The father was very worried, thinking I was going to take his beauty. And you know what happened? I am shaky as hell when they invited me to the family dinner, to meet the weirdo that Regina brought to Zurich. And then he was a nice man, though. He left good scotch, a good bottle of scotch in my room. And then we are eating, and then he looks at Regina, and he says, heart. And I thought, amazing man, because in that moment, heart came to my mind. And heart was the name Corazón in Spanish. The name of a book that my mother gave me when I was 8 years old. And Heart, written by Edmundo D'Amici, says the narration of a boy who goes from the Apennines in Italy to the Andes in Argentina to look for his mother. And when he says that, he was so beautiful, except that this time was the opposite. The boy who comes from the mountains here to the Alps to look for his mother. And I thought that was beautiful.
Yeah.
So that was the beginning of 50 years.
It wasn't always easy. I can say that. But we always figured it out.
Well, that means that I have to tell you something nice about her. Something nice about Regina. Maybe I'm going to repeat for some of you something that I always love, which is, maybe you all saw a movie called Dinner with Andre. In that movie,
Speak loudly.
in that movie, one of the guys said to the other, you know, an affair, oh how beautiful. An affair, sensual, beautiful, ideal, beautiful. A relationship is two human beings on a raft without rose petals, without compass, and it's rainy and it's stormy. That's a relationship. And I have to tell you something. This woman always knew where was the compass, how to find the sails, and where the North Star was.